Yeah.
Good morning.
And welcome to Live with Lucky.
Happy Tuesday, January
Tuesday.
26th. How you
Oh,
doing?
wow. I'm good. How are you today on this rainy week we have?
I know.
It's supposed to be very, very warm today, though. Did
Well,
you see
I was
that?
really bored until I got to pop into some rooms and see all the excitement that's going on there and see
Yes.
my groups. That always brightens my day.
Oh, awesome.
But we can do it together. We can make it through. All right.
We can
So
do
let's get
this week,
started
guys.
with our Shamrock Pledge. Ready? Salute. Pledge.
We are the scholars of Shamrock Gardens. We are dedicated, committed, and focused. We prepare for greatness by doing our best every day. We cooperate with our classmates, teachers, and staff. We respect ourselves and all people. We know that hard work is the key to success. There are no limits to how far we can go. We dream big, believe, and achieve. We will graduate from high school and be college and career ready. We will succeed.
Well, today is Health Tips Tuesday, and we got some good feedback about the toothbrushing episode. I had someone reach
Miss
out
Miller.
that said that their scholar brushed their teeth for a really long time. It was like foaming up and doing a really great job brushing. So that's awesome. And so I wanted to see what you wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, so I brought back my toothpaste and my toothbrush because that was an awesome episode last week. And I just wanted to give a few reminders to scholars about, dental hygiene. When with everything going on with businesses being closed, you might not have gone to the dentist as much this year. The dentists are open and they are using lots of safety precautions. But maybe you haven't gone this year because you didn't feel comfortable. And so I just want to remind you, usually when you go to the dentist, they'll give you a new toothbrush, and that's about the time you'll switch your toothbrush out. You really should switch your toothbrush out about every 6 months, maybe even sooner. So if you've been using a toothbrush for a long time and you've noticed maybe the bristles are kind of flattened to one side because it's been sitting in your cup, or maybe the bristles are starting to feel kind of crunchy, it might be time to get a new one. And so you can get those at the dollar store. You can get a toothbrush at Target. You can get toothbrushes on Amazon. I mean, so if you think it's been more than 6 months, maybe you tell mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, someone at home, I need a new toothbrush, I think.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk to something real quick before you move on. Something that and also someone had said sometimes when they brush, like they might see a little bit of blood, like when they spit their toothpaste out. And that's normal, but it does mean that you are not brushing as well as you should be. And some people think that you're not supposed to brush your gums, and it doesn't mean all the way up in here. Right. That was beautiful. But you are supposed to brush your gums. So like I don't have my toothbrush today to show you, but if this were my toothbrush and the bristles were going this way,
okay? I can model for you if you want.
You would tilt your toothbrush kind of like this at an angle. So then those bristles kind of get up underneath your gums there gently, and that will get some of that plaque that is hiding under there. But I think that you also had another tip that you wanted to share today. I did. Also eliminate plaque. So what's that?
Speaking of bleeding gums, so it is also very important to floss every day. Every day, scholars. So we talked about that last week.
Every day. You were such a good girl. Like when I go to the dentist, they're like, "Are you flossing all the time?"
Yes. No, Miss Miller, you have to floss every day. And remember, I told you guys last week that I got my husband to floss by buying him these little flosser picks. Okay. Yeah. But these are fancy. You don't have to have a flosser pick. I actually personally enjoy a nice piece of floss. So I'm going to show you kind of what I'll do. So you want to pull a piece long enough, okay, that you can wrap both fingers, this side a few times, this side a few times. So it's gonna be nice and tight, okay? And when you floss, you wanna make sure you're getting in between every single tooth. So you don't want to just like do it willy-nilly. A good way would be kind of, Miss Miller, you had a really good system last week where you did the whole top and then you did the whole bottom. So I'm gonna kind of go in and out And I'm going to go in and out.
It looks like when you're going in, you're also kind of like going back and forth at the top, right? Like around each tooth.
Yeah, there's plaque stuck in between. Remember that gross plaque we talked about last week? It's in between your teeth, scholars. So you have to use floss to get it out. So I don't know if this is right, but I kind of go up and pull down. And I go up and I pull down on the side of my tooth.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm going to go through all of my teeth. And if you notice, you kind of want to use that long string to kind of change the place on your floss because that plaque gets on your floss.
Ooh, yeah.
And if you keep using the same spot, you're just going to shove that plaque right back in between the cracks of your teeth.
Oh, yeah. And then I like to floss and then brush because
same.
All that stuff.
Flossing first. Yeah, because then you can get those leftover pieces. Floss first, then brush.
Yeah.
What's really hard for me, I notice at the dentist, is they will kind of, Miss Kayla, because I don't really get the back teeth.
They're hard to get to.
Yeah. Hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see that one was really hard. Oh, and I broke my floss. It was so hard.
Yeah, it's hard to get those back ones. But the more that you do it, the easier it becomes too. And then like the ones that you showed, the little hand things, they have ones at Walmart, a huge pack of like 200 that are like fruit flavored for children.
Oh yeah, these ones are mint. I love mint.
Yeah.
But these ones are good. Like I was saying with the floss, you don't want to keep using the same spot, and this has the same spot over and over. So what I do with this is I'll do a little floss, and then I'll kind of take my finger and just pull it off and kind of rinse it in the sink, and then I'll do it again.
Yeah.
And every few teeth, I'll kind of pull off the plaque.
And then when we're done, we definitely want to wash our hands because you
definitely wash your hands.
Fingers.
Yeah. So flossing, what we were talking about, the bleeding gums. The first time you floss, if you haven't flossed in a few months or very much at all, you will bleed a little bit on your gums. But it's okay. You don't have to, it's not a bad thing. As your gums get used to flossing, they'll stop bleeding. So you want to keep going. Don't just give up because you started bleeding. The next day, floss again. You want to floss every day.
Yeah.
So
and you might even want to try to start with the goal of once a week.
Yeah.
And then a couple times a week, and then just kind of tie it into your daily routine. Well, thank you so much.
Especially if your teeth are getting sensitive. I know, I hope you all enjoyed me just like getting there
we
today.
did. We did. I bet everybody, when we come back to school, they're just going to have some absolutely blinding, gleaming smiles from all the Health Tips Tuesdays about our teeth.
Some nice toothpaste. We would love to hear your toothbrushing adventures. If anyone wants to send us a picture or a video of your gleaming teeth, we'll share it on Health Tips Tuesday next week.
We sure will. Well, we hope everyone has an awesome day of teaching and learning, and we'll see you tomorrow on Live with Lucky.